Abd could mean a worshipper, min al-ibadah. Abd also can come from meaning a slave. But this slavery here is slavery to Allah Jalla wa Ala, to the Creator Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And slavery to the Creator means freedom from everything else. While slavery to the creation means what? Means slavery to everything else. And whoever is slave to Allah, he's free. You're worshipping Allah. You're free from worshipping anything else. But if you worship money, you're always bound by the money. Then you're not free from anything else. And this is really, when Allah says Ibadur Rahman, this is a status of honoring. Not anyone is from that selective group. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, إِلَّا عِبَادِيَ مِنْهُمُ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Only few of my true worshippers, my true slaves. I'll give you this about slavery. Really, and slavery to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the pride. Musa al-Kazim is one of the biggest scholars of Islam, of course. Ruhi lahu al-fida. One time was walking in Baghdad, and Bishr al Hafi, you probably know Bishr al Hafi or you've heard about him, one of those zuhad or mutasawwifa. The Sufis who worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so much. Bishr al Hafi. Before he became such a great worshipper, he was a man of parties. Always parties. And all these parties, the parties, you have all these women singing and food and everything. One time, one of his jawari, one of his maids, one of them, the many, came out of his house with a tray filled with food, but food that's going to be dumped. Why? Because the people had their party, now it's time for it to dump it. You know how people do now. When Allah gives them ni'mah, the ni'mah of money, and the ni'mah of this, they start what? Instead of saying, Allah laka shukr, Allahumma laka alhamd, they start going to bars, they start going to parties, they have all these things and they dump all the food. Like, this maid of Bishr al Hafi radiallahu anhu, really, haqiqatan Bishr al Hafi now, she saw Imam Musa al-Kazim was very dark, very dark, very thin. Asmar nahil. He says, he looked at her, she's dumping the food in the trash, wal-iyadu billah. He said, Asayyiduki hurrun am abd. Your master, she's a slave, you can tell. Your master, is he hurr? Is he free or is he a slave? It's like contradiction in terms. You're telling me your master. Of course, my master is free. He's not a slave. How can you call him a slave? He says, he told her, Sadaqti, you're right. Because even if he was a slave to Allah, he would have feared Allah. He's not a true slave. She didn't know what to do. She went back in the house. She told her master, she said, this is what this man, I don't know who he is. This is thin, like this, dark. He said this. He ran after him. He said, Ya Sayyidi, billah alayk. I ask you by Allah, tell me, what did you mean? He said, Ya Bishr, if you were a true worshipper of Allah, you would not destroy the ni'mah of Allah. And from that day, Bishr al Hafi, his name is Al Hafi. His name was not Al Hafi, but his laqab, title Al Hafi. Al Hafi means the one who walks without shoes. He started walking without shoes, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala day and night, and never left a minute without praying throughout his whole days. Hada Abdullah. Therefore, when you say in your prayer, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسوله وعبده. لا, عبده ورسوله. عبده first and then رسوله. Because عبودية here is a true honor, because it is more honorable even than الرسالة in that sense. The true عبودية to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being the true slave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Say, أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الرحمن. The worshippers of Ar-Rahman. If Allah says this, this is the certification. Certification, it means you are a true worshipper of Allah, عباد الرحمن. What are their characteristics? And these characteristics are for us to learn. So we know what عباد الرحمن look like, or what they are. وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا. When they walk on earth, they walk with ease, giving da'wah to people. Their life is da'wah. Al-Hasan ibn Sa'id al-Basri, rahimahullah, used to say this is what they do during the day. During the day, يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا means that they walk on earth calling for Allah, giving da'wah to Allah. This is their job during the day. Giving that peace, hope, growth, an opportunity to people. That's what people always want. No matter what they are, no matter what religion they are, no matter what country they live in, no matter what